Hey. Thank you for tuning in. You want to learn more about the Sessions Memo. The Sessions Memo is pretty recent. If you're in the cannabis industry, you've been operating under the auspices, and sorry about using that word, that you had all these other Department of Justice guidances like the Cole Memo, the Ogden Memo, that said what you're doing is not necessarily fine but will not be prosecuted. But then Jefferson Beauregard Sessions, not the second, but the third, came on board on January 4th of 2018. Why? Oh, it's like California decided to legalize marijuana merely a few days before. So right after the most populous state in the union legalizes adult use marijuana, Jefferson rises again and says, no, let's read from it. These statutes reflect Congress's I apologize, I'm not backwater enough. These statutes reflect Congress's determination that marijuana is a dangerous drug and that marijuana activity is a serious crime. So, thank God marijuana is tantamount to heroin under federal law, because you can prosecute heroin transactions, but you cannot prosecute certain marijuana transactions. This Sessions Memo upends the Cole Memo, and the Cole Memo provided FinCEN. Do you know what FinCEN is? Well, let me nerd out on you for just a little bit. It's the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, FinCEN. It's a strange acronym because part of the acronym is Fin as opposed to just F, It's FinCEN as opposed to FSIN. FSIN, Financial Crimes Enforcement Network in the Department of Treasury. And they say, yeah, it's okay to have a bank account for a marijuana business if XYZ PDQ. And the USDIC, no, the FDIC also needs to get on board with that. So does the Department of Treasury. Come on, Fed. No, is that the Fed? You see, this is the problem. We have so many different departments saying different things. And meanwhile, we have a multi-billion-dollar industry continuing to grow. So what does a Sessions Memo really mean to your marijuana business? I mean your marijuana business that's compliant with state law. We know what FinCEN's gonna say, do we? No, we don't. Because when Jeff Sessions issued this memo, he did not ask Treasury what their opinion of it was. And so a lot of the clients had their hair on fire. Do we have to kick all these people out? Do the marijuana SARs just automatically go to the termination one? Do we have a priority? Do we have the other one? I can always remember most of them. But no, because FinCEN actually got back to me. Thank goodness. And their guidance has not changed. So the FinCEN guidance as to how you can lend to state law compliant medical marijuana, and again, I guess would be state law compliant marijuana businesses. The medical would come into whether or not Jefferson Beauregard Sessions III has pecuniary resources to prosecute you for this particular tax year. Let's sum up what the Session Memo means. Number one, FinCEN, or the Department of Treasury, says, meh, the Cole Memo still exists. Our guidance. Keep doing what you're doing. The Department of Justice is prohibited from spending money on prosecuting state law compliant medical marijuana because of the Rohrabacher-Blumenauer Amendment. However, we need to expand that to all marijuana that complies with state law to protect the eight states. And the Americans for Safe Access just published something. I got to go through it. It's so beautiful. Anyway, the Department of Justice is prohibited from enforcing the laws against you if you are a state law compliant medical marijuana business. Finally, I haven't heard anything. Have you heard anything? Where are the busts? Why is Jeff Sessions not enforcing his own memo? I realized that he didn't tell the Department of Treasury what he was doing. The Department of Treasury doesn't respect it. The states don't respect it. Congress has defunded him. However, why haven't we heard of Jeff Sessions busting California or Colorado or any of these adult use states that go beyond the defunding for medical marijuana? There's a difference between medical and adult use. Why not? Well, have you ever heard of political suicide? Marijuana is not just something that can help opioid overdose deaths. It's also fucking popular. And so, you have something that is going to get you thrown out of office every 2 years and you're gonna run against it? No, you know what you're gonna do? Nothing. You're not gonna talk about it. Because if you don't talk about it, then at least it didn't come up. But if you force the issue, and that's why we're here, if you're subscribed, and I hope you have, this is the Cannabis Industry Lawyer, and we are here. Our mission and purpose in YouTube is to undo the 80-year-old lie that is cannabis prohibition, marijuana prohibition, more force behind the marijuana prohibition because it has more opprobrium, more bias, more prejudice. So, thank you so much. And let me tell you, this is what I think the highest and best use of the Sessions Memo is going to be going forward. It has effectively rescinded all Obama policies, but yet he's got no funding, he's got no political capital, and Donald Trump is embattled because he wants your attention. So what do you think you should do with the Sessions Memo? What's its best use? Let me show you. Oh, that's some freedom right there. Oh yeah. So anyway, thank you so much for tuning in to what the Sessions Memo means. If you are in the industry and you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. If not, find us at facebook.com/freethc or just Google Tom Howard Marijuana. You'll find me. And I want to hear from you, man, because if your goal is my goal, like, we're going to take the country's most legitimate cash-only industry and just turn it into another American industry, or we're going to undo the 80-year-old lie that is marijuana prohibition. Oh my goodness. I like you, man, and I want you to do well. And I hope that you like me. I hope you want me to do well. If you do, well, ask me a question, subscribe, share this, tell somebody else that you know about me. Because we got a lot more freedom to make before this thing's over. I'll see you real soon.